The title of the text I've read is called What's a Language Anyway? The writer, who is a linguist, tries to find an answer to the question, what's the difference between a language and a dialect? So, what makes a language and what makes a dialect a dialect? They start the text with an old observation made by the linguist Max Weinreich. He once said that a language is dialect with an army and a navy. But what does this mean? So, well, the difference is a bit deeper than that. The fact that linguists speak of two different concepts, so a language and a dialect implies that they can make tidy distinctions between these two. But in reality, there's no real objective difference between the two. A lot of English speakers think that a language is a collection of dialects, where speakers of different dialects within the same language can understand each other. So let's take the English language as an example. English as a whole looks like a language that stands by itself. We also have all the different dialects, such as Cockney, Yorkshire, and it's a dialect because most of the English speakers understand it. The English also the English try to make a distinction based on intelligibility. If you can understand it without training, it's a dialect of your own language. If you can't, it's a different language. The writer also speaks about how he went to a conference in Denmark with a Swedish friend. His friend ordered, spoke, gave directions, and so on, all in Swedish, and the Danish understood him perfectly. So they consider these varieties of Scandinavian as distinct languages because they are spoken in different nations. That's it. But the thing is, they resemble each other closely enough to look more like dialects of one language. So they look like one language and not just like different languages. The only way to get a definition on the terms language and a dialect is in popular usage. So languages are most of the time they're written, standardized, and have a literature, while dialects are oral, um, oral without codified rules and have no literature. So actually, what's the conclusion of the text? So in popular usage, language is written in addition to being spoken, while dialect is just spoken. But in a scientific sense, the world is buzzing with equal dialects, often shading into one another like colors. There's no such thing as a language, and there are only dialects.